Now, one of the other things that we should really point out here is, because probably some people on the webinar are saying, yeah, okay, well, Jerry, you know what to say, all that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. And I just want to talk a little bit about practice. The first time I did a webinar,
Hmm.
it sucked. The first time I did a landing page, it sucked. The first time I wrote an email, it sucked. First time
Oh
I
yeah.
I started, trying to use Facebook and posting on it. I mean, I didn't know what to say. Every single thing that you're going to learn, whether it's this system or whether it's paid marketing or whatever, it's going to suck in the beginning. Like this Regina, she said she started doing paid advertising recently. She probably did a solo ad. She probably just bought a solo ad. Didn't really know how to select a list and send it out to replicated landing page or something like that. You know, that's the way everyone starts. You're only going to get good at something when you go out and do it, and it should feel a little bit uncomfortable as you're doing it the first time. I'm sure
Oh yeah, definitely.
when you were doing it at the beginning, Jerry. I mean, you didn't think, okay, I know how I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to
Oh
become
my
the alpha.
God. When I
All that
first
stuff.
started doing it, I was terrible, Andrew. I was terrible because you remember I'm coming from failing, and all I see is people doing quotes and spam. And I said to myself, I got to stand out from this. When I first started doing this, I was coming off as a cocky, arrogant, broke person. Like, like, hey, 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 give me your attention. So I was getting like F bombs. Like, dude, who are you? You ain't Mike Dillard. Getting blocked, making mistakes. And I had to like my first time, I was terrible. So if you're saying that to yourself right now, oh Jerry, you're a skilled marketer, you know how to do, man. I'm telling you, this is so easy. If you have a best friend right now, you can do this. There's nothing exactly to say. There's no like I could start this conversation over and say something different. There's no exact words to say. And remember, I chose to take it here. I could have took it right back to her son and figured out what her son did, and
Right.
then took it to her husband, and then took. It's a conversation, guys. If you don't know how to have a conversation, how did you get to where you are right now with your friends? Everybody knows how to have a conversation. It's just a conversation.
So you're saying that, Jerry, even in the second webinar that we're going to be doing here, you're not going to give away the magic super duper script where you just copy and paste and it works for everybody every time. Because if you got that, man, you got to keep that private, but you got to send it to me, okay?
I, I can't lie. I would be God's looking. I kind of do got something like that planned for the second webinar. So if you're on this and you're saying, "Wow, this is easy," like something oh my God, you're gonna see me with four of these copy paste, bam, bam, bam. It's gonna be magical. So something like that does exist, and I'm actually creating it right now.
Okay. So let's, as we're waiting for Regina, two things.
Oh,
One, I want to get into, how you'd uh, push it off for the next day. And
yep.
also, yeah, let's look at a couple more profiles. Maybe you can pull up a couple different profiles and do
Oh
your
yeah.
critique on it.
Yeah, I want to show the group how easy it is to do it with like a bunch of people on right now. Jerry, what's up, man? Sorry it's been a while for more trouble. This is what you want to do, guys. When you're doing this right, like check this out. This is TB. I've been knowing him for a few months. I've never recruited him. Tried, failed, tried, failed, tried, failed. But guess what? The relationship is so strong. He talks about his kids. We talk about everything with each other. He's invited me to have a beer with him. He's invited like that's what this is what his networking is. Like I'm creating friends here. Like I got friends in UK who make six figures who will never join my business and probably never buy my products. But they always hit me up. Hey man, we doing that Facebook strategy? Hey, why don't you fly out here real quick? Show me what you're doing. And I'm like, man, you paying for the ticket? They're like, hey, we're paying for the ticket. Make sure you bring your beautiful girlfriend. I'm like, hey, 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 hey. So, this is what you want. You want to create friends. You want to create friends. And when you create friends, people do this on your wall. They for each post, I have different people like. I never have the same like this girl, Gina. I've never even talked to Gina, but she started to come like Ali Abraham. These are non-marketers, but they're looking for ways to make money. Like let's find another one. Like here, Christian, Natalie, and then you scroll down. It's just nothing but different people from my friends list liking that. Now, I know it's a big misconception. You need 100 likes from all your face. I don't do that crap. I don't care about that. I focus on a relationship and building a friendship. So I'm
Well,
gonna open
an
up.
interesting thing is, if I can jump in here, Jerry, is you can, people don't know where to start, you know, and who to follow up with. You could even pop on your wall and see some of those people who have liked or commented on your recent
Yup,
things, and then
yup,
start there.
yup.
Because they're seeing your stuff and they're engaging with it. So they're saying, you know, like they're saying, yeah, I'm open to this conversation.
So here we go. This is hilarious. Now this should make you laugh. This is somebody. This is somebody who called me on the phone, saw a YouTube video, and I just want to run through this real quick so we don't lose. But she tried to come into my offer. She went on Google and saw scam complaints. She started arguing with me. You failed to tell me I needed a credit card. Are you a scam artist? Blah blah blah. I'm broke. Who are you? Blah blah blah. You know what? Happy Thanksgiving. You know, sent her a link, give her some, and now she's saying hola. She was calling me a scam artist like a week ago. Every business has scam complaints, but she found one that hit a nerve, struck that nerve, and she was against me. And just doing the happy Thanksgiving, telling her about how I was broke too, and this and that, and how what, no matter what she says, I'm here to help. If you want to reach out, just reach out. And that was November 27th. Out of nowhere today, hola, Mr. Billet. Hey. So proud. So proud of you for staying celibate. Man, I can't even spell. How do you spell celibacy? I got my spell check next to me.
For saying what?
Celibate, like not drinking or anything.
Oh, Celibate.
Man, I spelled it with an S. Andrew, now you can see this group. Anybody can do this. I spelled it with an S. Wow.
Yeah.
Staying celibate for so long. And I was in rehab. I was in
Okay.
rehab. That was part of my probation when I was seeing my probation officer.
And
So
and
I'm gonna
that's
hit
part
it.
of what you guys talked about in the past is
Exactly.
okay.
And she was calling me a scam artist. Like this girl was thinking I was scamming her when I was just like, whoa, no, that's in every company they say scam. And she went off and off and off. Like I deleted a whole bunch. There was an FU in there. And hola, Mr. Billet, stick the tongue out. That's funny. All I could do is think about smoking weed to escape my depression. So be truly proud of yourself. So guys, you can use this tonight. Somebody messages you up. Webinar. Oh man, let me not jump to webinar 2. What I'm going to be showing. It's pretty cool. But let's open up. I'm finding people I've never talked to, complete strangers.
Yeah, let's look at a couple profiles and have you critique them.
Okay, let's
Um,
let's go to Daryl. I was looking at Daryl. Let's hit Daryl. I'm gonna show you what to look for and what to stay away from. So I'm gonna pull up this guy. Where is he? Oh, I just saw somebody. Oh man, he logged off. So let's see. Let's just grab a whole bunch of people. Jean, Jennifer, Jennifer May. No, actually, she's by Silas. Very successful. I just have let's see. Man, I have so many prospects that I've never spoken to. This is awesome. Simon, who else? Valerie, and one more, Terry.
All right,
So
so
let's look at
these are
Terry.
all people that you haven't spoken to before.
Never spoken before.
Okay.
That's awesome.
How did you come across them? I mean, did they add you as a friend? Do you remember?
I went out and I actually have a secret strategy where you can add 45 to 60 friends a day, and Facebook will not block you. I
Yeah.
cracked that code. Because Andrew's a witness to this. When we last spoke, what was it? Saturday, Andrew. I was at 1,100 friends. I said I'm
Yeah.
at 1,242,
Yeah.
and by Friday that would probably be 14, 1,500. And I'm going to show that on webinar too.
And the thing is, I mean, the other thing is, I mean, you started doing this method when you had like 30 friends or so, or
30 friends, yeah, 30
yeah.
friends, and 15 of them were friends of my girlfriend.
And guys, I
I'm
mean,
not.
it's real easy to find people. I mean, you can,
Yeah.
even if you can't think of anything, you can just think, okay, where would people who are likely to be entrepreneurial, where would they be? Maybe type in Robert Kiyosaki or Rich Dad Poor Dad or whatever personal development book, and then just add a few people, and it just starts from there. You know, or find people in entrepreneurial groups, add a few people. You have people you can start with.
Okay. So she replied back, Jane, thanks, mister. How you been? I've been doing good. Been doing good. Now shifting into a mentor role slash teacher online on certain strategies to make income from home without any tech ability, any you see guys, any technical abilities. Like you guys can, I know all you webinar guys can see, like, he's just not, he's just a regular, normal, smart guy. I'm not really that genius and smart. Like my girlfriend's a smart one. She's sitting next to me laughing at me every time I mess up. She's a chemistry graduate. I'm the dropout. It's pretty funny. Without any technical abilities or sale skills. Stole that from Andrew. um, if you ever want to turn Facebook into a ATM, let me know. You deserve it. But what's new in life, Jane? So what did I do there? This is what I learned in personal development. You want to like sneak past the conscious mind and plant a seed in the subconscious, and then come back and mess with the conscious mind. So right there, I told her I was talking mentor, teacher online, certain strategies to make income from home, blah blah, without any. So I was just giving her the line, and then I just switched it on her, right to her subconscious. Hey, if you ever want to turn Facebook into an ATM, let me know because you deserve it. Switched it right back. But what's new in life, Jane? So when she gets that, she's gonna be like, what? What do you mean? Turn Facebook into an ATM? Is that even possible? It's fun. So let's get Jane down. We're gonna look at some profile. So let's look at Terry. Terry's on. Is Terry worth going after? Okay, so what does Terry have as his profile picture? The Incredible Hulk. I can't tell what kind of person Terry is. I don't know. Unless Terry looks like that, I'm pretty scared of him. I really wouldn't want Terry in my business because he might kill me. So immediately I'm gonna click on his face. Oh, Jesus, Terry, brush your teeth, bro. He isn't. There's nothing about Terry. There he is. Okay. Woo! Okay, yeah, Terry would kick my ass. Okay, I'm just saying. Excuse my French. He is a big guy, but I look at his timeline. Whoa, man, the spammers are out tonight, guys. Did you see that all up? Man, when they spam hard in those groups. Look here, here he goes. So we look at his timeline. What is Terry about? Okay, Terry likes the Incredible Hulk, which is not a bad thing. So I want to see what he's talking about. Showing a little extra love and appreciation to all our children today. That's pretty cool. What else are you talking about?
That's by
Look,
that reggae singer.
yeah, he plays an instrument, so I can, there's something I connect with him on. But I really want to know, is Terry worth my time? Because what you put it, okay, Terry's into fitness. So am I. But what are you about? Okay, LinkedIn, help me grow my business. Okay, I'm on LinkedIn too. Okay, I found the first red flag. MCA right on his wall. I don't like that. I just, if he's, if he's doing that, I really don't know. I love the fact he's sharing his passion. He's sharing his voice. He's in fitness. That's awesome. He has pictures of him playing in a band. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna look at his pictures a little in depth now. We're gonna go all his photos. Okay, is that Terry or did he play NFL? Because if he played the NFL, I might shut up and just sponsor him anyways. I would love some. I would love some free tickets, bro. Andrew, you want to go to a game?
Yeah.
I'll close
That'd be
Terry
awesome.
down today. um, but from what I'm seeing, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. There's good and bad on Terry. I like that,
Yeah.
but now it comes down to the profile. What is Terry about? Does he 110 athletics? Okay, I think that's Terry's business. Okay, about Terry, searching for my ultimate killer guitar tone. Terry, Terry is somebody I'll just say this to. I wouldn't even bring him into my business. I'd be like, hey, bro, great to be connected. See that you're into music. I respect that. I love music so much. What kind do you play? Oh, what kind? What kind? That made no sense. What kind of music do you play? I'm getting picked on by the smart girl next to me right now. What kind of do you play? Does that make sense, Jerry? I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
it made sense to me. I mean,
that's all. That's all I'm saying, Andrew. She
it's
shows me no love.
yeah, it's an ellipsis. I mean, I understand it.
Hey, so Terry's not somebody I'd bring into my business in no way, shape, or form, but he is somebody I would, offer value to. If he's doing an online business, I could sell an affiliate product or put him into a funnel
Yeah,
and have follow-ups close him down. So I would just do that to Terry, and then I would just exit Terry out, and then immediately, because I put an hour, so now I'm gonna move a little quick. So let's look at Daryl. Okay, Daryl's on a team. When I see award winners, he's
yeah,
not one of them, but he's smiling, so that means he wants to be here. He's
yeah.
motivated. So let's see that. Big mistake. MCA. Why? That's a red flag. A lot of red flags. This must be his team.
But it looked
He's
like
into.
he was driving a Beamer, or at least he wanted to appear that
Took a
way.
picture of somebody driving a Beamer. You gotta be careful, Andrew.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing that I don't like personally about what I see with a lot of the Flash. It's a
Yeah,
lot of it, there's a lot of sleight of hand with it, and I'm not really comfortable with that. I don't really dig that. Um,
definitely. That's what. Yeah,
and there's just so many people there. You mentioned Terry. I would kind of just skip over that because I don't know. I just don't like when people don't have a picture of themselves in their
yeah, definitely.
little box. It just makes me feel kind of weird. Like maybe even like
Yeah,
the person's
it may
not.
not even be him.
Yeah.
There's people on Facebook who take pictures from other people, hide their true identity, and put it up there. Like I've actually met somebody in Starbucks who met up with me offline, and it was a dude, and I thought it was a girl. I was supposed to be showing this strategy, and it was a dude that was like 300 pounds, and he freaked me out. He was just like, "Hey Jerry, how you doing?" I was like, "Whoa, who are you?" You know, I'm like, "Kidnap." You know, he could take me down quick, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm Ashley." I'm like, "Whoa." So that may not even be because that looks like a professional athlete. So that why would Terry be on Facebook promoting MCA if he's in the NFL? That's all I'm saying. So Daryl is all about MCA. So immediately I want to go into his photos. Like as soon as Andrew pointed that out, I saw this. It caught my eye. He's flashing money. It's somebody else. So that's second
Yeah.
red flag. Okay, here's a BMW. There's a door open. There's nobody in it.
Yeah, it's
It
someone
says
else.
total. That's a buy Salas BMW. So that's Gabriel. But you know that doesn't tell me a lot about Daryl. So what is that? Why unless that's his buddy. So let's scroll down and look at what Daryl's talking about. 11s, Team Elite.
Now he likes Obama, so he's in trouble with you.
Hey, listen, Andrew. There might be an Obama supporter on this webinar. I am not commenting on that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I did not vote for the man. Amazing 5 signups before noon. I did not know any of them. Like when you see this guys, like I'm gonna call it. That's a lot of horse crap. It's a lot of horse crap because if there's 5 signups before noon, let me find them. Let's scroll down. Breaking news, woken up, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. It's funny. I actually know this person, Michael Diaz, and he didn't sign Michael Diaz up because Michael Diaz has been in the company. Have you been seeing that too, Andrew?
Um,
Like, I've been seeing marketers tell their teammates, "Hey, man, I'm just gonna write that I signed you up. Is that cool?" And they're like, "Yeah, go ahead."
yeah,
I've been
I haven't really noticed that, but I can definitely I can definitely see that happening.
Great stuff. I appreciate it. So here we go. I would not suggest anyone to do business with this guy ever. I have a saying: if you have time to smash and bad talk another marketer, you're definitely broke. Because I know successful marketers are not doing that. They don't have time for it. They're either enjoying their family and friends and in this industry doing why they got in this industry, or they're teaching, or they're implementing a strategy, or they're studying. It's one of those four, and broke people do this. Oh, this guy's a scam artist. He took me for my money. So
Yeah.
I've been burned in this industry bad. Andrew knows my story. I've been burned bad. But I've never one time took it upon myself to put on my Facebook wall the person's name and what they did because that's not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is thinking about getting better and mastering the skill and fall in love with the craft. That's an entrepreneurial mindset and building a business from the ground up, an empire. So right now, Daryl's somebody I would not even send a message to. So Daryl gets the exit quick.
Well, it's interesting because you can choose people. I mean, you can choose people that are more interested in personal development, more positive, and you could see that
Yep.
with your first profile. Regina, she had this nice, spacious picture. It kind of reminded me of that kind of that kind of positive mindset. Now, Jerry, we have a real problem here because Regina hasn't written you back. So
Yep. I want. I wanted people to let the Facebook group because I know everybody's just like, yeah, she is. Maybe she's not. Yes, she is. Let me tell you something. When you ask a question, never make the newbie mistake of trying to type anything else. An alpha leader, when they ask a question, that question stays. Now, I don't care how long it takes for Gina to answer back. She is going to answer that question.
So even like if she doesn't answer tomorrow, you're still not gonna touch that.
Not touching it because I learned something. People don't move on our time; they move on theirs.
Yeah.
So Regina could be looking at my profile. going on Google, searching my name, going to my YouTube videos. I have tons of YouTube videos, watching them all. What is he about? Is he asking? We have mutual friends asking mutual friends, "Hey, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy?" Like, she's a very she's into the same things I am, personal development and all that. So I remember when I first saw Andrew, let's go look at Andrew's profile. I really didn't care about this check. When I first, because I was failing and broke. So, in my mind, I'm like, hey, is Andrew somebody I could trust, or is he a dirtbag that's burned a lot of people to 25K? So guess what I did? I went to Andrew's blog. I went in here. I scrolled down. I saw his number. I called him, left a voicemail. I was on his blog. I was looking at all this stuff he has, and I was blown away. Testimonials, Mike Dillard. And then I started going to his videos and all that. And when I first reached out to Andrew, we did not really speak, I think, till day 4. So I'm not saying nothing. She might not reply back till webinar 2. You never know. You might have to come back for webinar 2.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Webinar 2 is gonna be, yeah. Um. So let's look at Simon. All right. Oh, okay. So Terry, sup, bro? Nice. You see, when y'all see this, sup, bro? That not my time. Not even worth my time. Sup, bro? Nice to connect. Just posted a little version from my recent show on my timeline. So I'll just wrap that up real quick. Cool. Well, definitely check it out. So check it out sometime when I am free. If you ever need any strategies or help, let me know. Been full-time online for over a year. Have a great night, Terry. So, I'm pretty much, I just, because no timeline photo, MCA, I don't know who he really is, and I don't even know what he's talking about. He's not a leader in my eyes because he's not voicing his story. Even new people voice their stories better than him, so I'd rather take a newbie who knows what they're about, who has a picture of himself. So here's Simon Prentice. He just looks smart, doesn't he, Andrew? So
Yeah, so you basically look at first the couple pictures, and then you click on their see what they've written about themselves, and then you look at
mm-hmm.
the rest of their photos.
I dissect who am I talking to. This guy's he looks successful. He's somewhere exotic. Yeah. So do not be intimidated by marketers with big success, because you can use this strategy to get in good terms with them and get favors, because I get a lot of SEO favors from this strategy. I get guys who are successful inviting me to have beers with them and want to meet me and my girlfriend. So she's not coming because she's picking on me on this webinar. So, so let's go back here. Anyone feeling excited to go implement this tonight? Who's hungry? Make sure this webinar is awake. So let's where did you go, Simon? There he is, Simon Prentice. All right, so let's get you. Simon Prentice is on. So let's look what Simon's about. Quotes. Okay, he can do a quote. Awesome, my twisted humor. Huh. So he's funny. Cool. Another quote. I can't take the quote. Oh God, stop with the quotes, people. He's an Empower Network. He's using social media bar. Okay, that's cool. Um, let's see. Okay, Lamborghini. He's into cars. I love Lamborghinis. Trick's enjoying the furnace, so he understands the power of pictures. So he's using that. Five people got a like. I like that. He's into personal development. Tony Robbins. Car, car, car. I think I might like this guy. I think I found my next best friend. So I'll scroll back up and I'll dive into his profile immediately. I show people how to own their life by building a home-based business. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll click this link. Where's it going to take me? Oh, Simon. Terrible. Don't do that. Oh, well, that's one flag. Let's see what's this about. It has always been a dream of mine to have my own business. I was tired of building other people's dreams. Awesome. And not being in control of my own future. Okay, I understand that. We connect. As the years went by, I was starting to feel that I would never find that perfect business. Okay, so he's using storytelling now. He's pretty smart. That would give me everything I wanted: financial independence, quality of. So you see what he's doing here? This is like copywriting a little bit. He's using psychology. I
Hmm.
searched long and hard for a business that he's really giving you a good story. Then I was exposed to network marketing. He's telling what, okay, all right, I like Simon. All right, let's just see if Simon has pictures of his family because, yeah, I think that's Simon's family right there. That's awesome. So I'll reach out to Simon.
Okay, so it likes fishing and
Yeah, he loves
fast
fishing.
cars.
He loves fishing, Lamborghinis. He's a family man. He's in snowmobiles. He's an Empower Network. Dave and Dave, hey, okay. Got tons of photos. Not when you see 965, that's somebody who understands the power of picture. But so I reach out to Simon. I like to hunt personally, and I'll say that. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey Simon, nice, nice to be connected with you. You know, she's so Andrew. I just want to cut off. She's gonna answer this question because she's still on Facebook. I think she's researching the hell out of me right now. Because if
Yeah.
somebody's not gonna respond to you, they log off so fast. Like, whatever, clown. But she's still logged on. I'm pulling for an answer. I want an answer before this webinar closes. Hey Simon, nice to be connected with you. I love the fact you're a outdoors man like me. Uh, I love hunting. Never really did the whole fishing thing. Guess I'm a little impatient. Man, my typos are terrible tonight. Look. So stop picking on me, all right? I'm on a webinar.
No,
Guess
no.
I'm a little impatient. But do you have any tips to increase my? Now you can be very funny. Now check this out. Who's a famous? What's anybody? Oh, Gilligan. Here we go. Increase my Gilligan on. Oh man, sometimes that happens. But he's gonna know
Use
what he
that
meant.
better. That's no, that's good.
So I want this. We're gonna start off talking about what we connect on, the outdoors.
Oh,
Very.
he's from Minden, Ontario. I used to live near Minden.
He's Canadians.
Yeah.
Eh?
And
I don't know.
yeah, and he's also with USANA, right? So if you know a bit about companies, you know that it's kind of like an older company. it's a binary. Those are things you can be looking to bring into the conversation, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think this is pretty cool, and we had a couple questions. I think there were some people that didn't believe that this was not going to be a no pitch webinar, um, and we really,
Yeah. No
we're
pitching tonight.
really, yeah, we really don't have anything to pitch. We're really just leading with value, leading with content, and wanting to show you this stuff. So we've gone for a couple hours. Um,
Hmm. Next
you know,
webinar, you'll see the ninja come out. You'll see the zing appear. You'll see it fast, hard, and heavy. This is just straight. Let you guys see the right, proper foundation to build off of to get to that close.
Yeah, because I definitely like to see some more of these conversations that you're starting, and I like that that you're showing you some of the profiles, and I'm actually realizing I've been a little lax about letting people tag me and stuff, on my own account, and who knows who's crawling all over your profile, because there's also tools like Reportive that I use in Gmail that that where you can link up to people's Facebook account. You know, it'll just kind of search their email. So pretty fascinating stuff. Did you want to just go over a couple more profiles, or do you want to end it until part two?
I just want something. Just I don't know what it is. Something just caught my mind on this name called Amy Starr Allen. Some just said that's a marketer I would love to do business with just because she has a great name. And this is what you call the cream of the crop. Boom.
Okay.
Timeline that brings you right into her. You know what she's about. She's a family woman. Face, it's her with her family. Exotic
Right.
locations, her in her home. That's awesome. I can already tell in the photos. It's just look at that, guys. This is the people you want in your business. This is the people, if you can't get in your business, you want to have a friendship with. So when you meet at events, you can recruit. And she's an Empower Network. Man, it's a
Right.
lot. Man, Empower Network's everywhere, isn't it? Sheesh.
Yeah.
Um,
And what's interesting about her is she took the time to really do a
yep.
nice header profile. Uses the word gratitude. Um, so you can like kind of cherry pick. If I were going to do this method, I would look for people that are, and I didn't, let's say I had 30 friends or I didn't have any friends, I would start just by popping into people that are interested in personal development. So
Oh man.
whatever the hot personal development book is, um, I would start there, because you will automatically filter out a lot of the people that are just throwing up cash and being
Mm-hmm.
all showy and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So you could just search for like what's a personal development book, like you could even just search for Think and Grow Rich, and I'm sure you're going to
Yeah,
find
Think
a
and Grow
group
Rich.
or something related to that, and then you can start finding there. But what else do you like about this profile?
I love the fact the family and the pictures, and I love the fact I see other people's activities on her wall. Like this is a spam, but it's not from her. It's from another woman. So if other people are writing on her wall and other people are commenting on that, that's pretty. Some potential for leader. And then motivation is making myself do something that I really want to do. Inspirate like that right there. I read that real quick. That's powerful.
Hmm.
And what is she talking about? We spent the day making a candy cane tree in our front yard and have been sewing. I made our stockings and T-skirt by hand. The girls, like she's just opening herself up to you. She's forcing you to what? Connect with me, not my business.
Hmm.
And even when she's talking about her business, it's a face of her. So even though you're going to see empower right here, you're immediately drawn right there. So she's smart. She understands this. And Team Shine. So look. So I guess this is her teammate. So her teammates are showing her love, like that, like what's on my wall, which is awesome. December is by far my favorite month. Like these are teammates. So I'm seeing a leader with team going wild for her. So I'm just gonna dive into her profile real quick. Okay, online network marketing and personal development. Well, that's awesome. You know, we got a lot of things in common because I'm addicted to personal development. You know, please connect about me. She has a fan page, which is cool. See what I've recently taken on that is helping me earn 5 figures per month and allowing me to help do the same. I kind of don't like that. You know, I like the about Amy. I would like to really know Amy, what she's all about online. You know, no pictures of her family. Kind of, you know, I like people who show themselves. But I got a number here, and I
Yeah.
got websites, so I can have a conversation, and then you know, I can get on the phone with a leader. Leaders love talking to like-minded people. You know, like me and Andrew can talk. You know, we don't have to just go through this. And so that's what I love about her profile. So here, this is what I call hot. This is something hot. These are the people you want to attract. And since she's in my friendship circle, that I'm in good terms. That means I'm attracting the right people around me. Because the saying is, if what is it, nine? If you hang out with 9 broke people, you're going to be one of them. Yeah, that I agree with that. And before we close, I want to point out what Simon said. You're
You're good.
Gilligan? Haha, tips? Yeah, come up to Canada for winter and I'll take you ice fishing. Now look what I respond with. Hey man, don't tempt me. I am in MA. Let me
Yeah, that now
uh,
that Jerry is a word I can never spell. Massachusetts. I can't even say
Massachusetts.
it.
I don't know if you hear her in the background, but she was like, as soon as I said MA, she was like, yeah, I want to see if he can spell it. Like, she's such a bully, Andrew, I swear. Massachusetts. I spelled it right for the first time in like 23 years. It's
That's
Massachusetts.
good.
And I will fly out there to ice fish and will invite you down to come go hunting with me. We can have some beers and discuss some strategies because I can see you're a skilled marketer. How long you've been online?
All right, so this is
Easy.
kind of the beginning of the conversation, and you're kind of like paying a bit of a compliment and just to kind of get the ball rolling. Is that
Yeah, just get the ball rolling. Like there's no pitching tonight, no closing it down tonight. It's just straight. How do you get the ball going? How do you lay down that foundation? How do you get people to stop caring about what everybody else is doing and right back to you, focus? um, so, and you know, this is how you create a friendship. You know,
yeah?
he just invited me to go ice fishing. He just heard, hey man, I'll come out there and ice fish. I'm not scared. And you know, you can come down here and we can drink some beers and we can go hunting. I like to hunt. And you know, I gave him a compliment. So, you know, and again, what did I do? Ask a question. I have the alpha always controls the conversation.
Now, do you ever and that's pretty interesting what you're kind of showing here, and I can see how people would just who'd never even recruited anyone in anything would just start recruiting people by accident just by following what you're laying out here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna happen when you start going through like if you do this for an hour and do it like how I'm gonna do on webinar 2, you might just see people close you might close down like 4 or 5 people by mistake. When
Hmm.
you just really asked a question that just struck a nerve and they're like, hey man, what do? You seem cool. Like, hey, I'm open to extra ways to make some income. Because I've ran across entrepreneurs who were successful in other companies who really didn't even want, and you're just like, yo, you know what? You're cool. You know, if you're not making money, I'll blow it up with you real quick. I'll join underneath you, push you up, and I focus on what I'm doing because this is easy. You know, the other day
And
I almost recruited a millionaire. I failed because he didn't like my opportunity, but he was asking me, so what do you got? If it's something interesting, I'll join underneath you. So, and that only happened because I did it this way.
Right. And what's really cool about this is it's so simple for people to do, but it's a duplication. You know, you've been able to really, and we'll talk more about this in the second webinar about how you get your team to duplicate so well, but you know it's duplicating, and that I think is very powerful because it's not just you doing this and making sales. It's the people under you. It's such a simple system for people to really start doing that. If they do it for an hour a day or they do it for 2 hours a day, you're going to have that growth in your downline. And why don't you talk a little bit about some of the some of the people that you've taught this method to, who have just kind of blown it up. Just some numbers if you have any.
Well, here's Dave. Um, I taught him this method. Now, he's been online for 7+ years. He's what I would call a social media expert. Like if anything I get stuck with, the technical aspect of Facebook, I run to him immediately like, Dave, help me, help me, help me, help me. He's all about live screenshots. The man has trained hundreds of people. He's a beast. He knows all about Google and all that. I taught him this method, and I'll actually uh, I'll actually it's on my hold on a sec. I actually got a testimonial from Dave. In Dave's words, just want to say thanks from the very bottom of my heart, Jerry. After just 1 week of applying your Facebook lead strategy, I've not only signed up over 30 people into my primary, I've also hijacked over 50 opt-ins to my list. Open your eyes, people. This works. Like
Yeah.
sponsored 30 people in a week, and he hammered it. He went like I think he did 4 hours a day. Maybe one day he did an 8-hour day. He was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna do this all day. And that was a day I think he sponsored like 20 people. I was
Wow.
just like, dude. I was like, I've never sponsored 20 people in a 2-week period before. I was like, my downline grew because of that. And that's not the only one. Here's Michelle, and I'll show you Michelle's transformation. Jerry has helped me in many ways. One very effective method that has taught me about marketing was how to implement a deadly Facebook strategy. She calls it deadly because Michelle struggled with sponsoring people, and the last opportunity we were in, I think she built a team of 6, 10 people, and she went through Hurricane Sandy. She had power outage for a week. I couldn't really train her. She was looking for gas, and you can approach her on Facebook and ask, and then 2 weeks behind on training, she came in and just knocked out 10 people, like bam, and then was able to this is what I'm talking about. If you can have a free strategy that's so effective, you build up a budget and you throw paid marketing on top of this, Andrew, I think you could agree it's going to blow it out the water because she's never sponsored somebody like this before, and then she did paid marketing with this, sponsored 4 people in a day, like in the morning, and she was blown away. She was like, paid marketing and this strategy is killer.
Yeah, and then people get some wind under their sails. They start getting some success, and they start getting a story, and then they build up that confidence. And it's really interesting that Dave was mentioning about building the list because you know I mean, so many people struggle with building a list. I
Oh
talk to
yeah.
people that have been online. They don't have anyone on their list, or they got like 10 people or something. I mean, if you just do this, you'll get people on your list, good people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it all starts. And then you can start doing all that email marketing too, which is just so powerful.
Yep.
You know?
You open up so many different ways to market to that prospect. So you have a highly qualified prospect. You have you're not depending on sales ability. That's why I was failing. And what I learned was when I depend on sales ability, I'm getting beaten down. I'm depending on my way to be a salesman. You gotta, you build rapport, you find the best people, you send them into your funnel, and then the marketing takes over. It's pretty much that whole system. You let the system do the work. All you got to do is get the person to the right place. And she had, here's Michelle, like her. This is her revamped timeline. Like I told her, I was like, people look right here. She looked right here, and if you could look at it, you know, it's not just quotes, 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 and boring crap. But look how many activity, just for a few. Like I've worked with Michelle now a couple months, and really gotten last few weeks got my hand on her. You can see like this just likes, and she's just talking about what she loves to do and personal development. Her family. Like guys, like this is how you. And here's Simon.
Yeah, back
Um,
again.
yeah, he got back. So you see what I'm saying, guys? Simon's a successful marketer. So do you think Simon has time for the pitching? No, he doesn't give a crap. He has money. Like, do you think Andrew wants to get pitched at? No, he doesn't. He, unless I'll pitch Andrew right now. You know what? I'll spam Andrew's wall. That's just me. But you guys should get what I'm saying. Like, you want successful people in your inner circle. You
Yeah.
want newbies to be able on your team to learn something and take off. And guys, this right here, this may be 5K in 2 weeks. If you're saying, "Oh, this is too simple," blah blah blah. Well, let me ask you, how's all that other technical crap working out for you? It's not. It's
Yeah.
failure. You're struggling. Simplicity creates duplication. In this industry, it's monkey see, monkey do. When a monkey can't do it, I'm not calling nobody a monkey, relax. But a monkey can't do it, there's problems. Then your retention's down. I have a very high retention rate of all my teammates. I've only had 4 people quit on me ever since I've mastered this strategy.
Yeah,
So
that's super powerful. I always loved Leonardo da Vinci. The one of his quotes. I don't even know what it is, so I'm just gonna make a fool of myself here. But it's something to do with like the goal is to make something as simple as possible without being overly simplified. And people are getting their heads wrapped up. Like, I mean, this guy here, Simon, he's been in MLSP. I know that's confusing as heck. So one of the
oh my
questions
God.
you could
Never
ask
join that.
is kind of get in towards that, or maybe ask a question, get them towards like, so obviously USANA is your long term build. What's the biggest challenge that you're facing, or I don't know, what would you ask, Jerry?
Um, I, I want to point that out real quick. Like, look what you can tell Simon went to my timeline. I'm heading to Jamaica January 5th for my sister's wedding at Rio Ocho Rios. You know, guys, this is what you want. This is how a friendship's born. Now he's asked me a question because he probably knows the same thing I do. He immediately realized, hey, I think this kid is very good at marketing on Facebook. I got to ask him a question immediately because he asked, "What are you building?"
Hmm.
He's trying to now regain the alphaness, and instead of fighting for that between the successful marketer, I can have a friend. So I would ask, you know, right here, MLSP and all that. I'd be like, man, MLSP, and I would say it, MLSP is confusing as heck. Low retention for new people, but you already know that as a newbie. But I am more focused now on product creation and building my downline duplication process. So I'm not answering his question of what business I'm in because I don't think that's relevant. He wanted to tell me about all these businesses, but I want to keep it on me. So That's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on product creation and building my downlines duplication. I'm gonna stay up at least another 4 hours tonight and perfect this strategy more and more and more and more and more and more. In 2013, I think the strategy is going to be so simple and so deadly that I can take a baby and sponsor people. So, um, but then I'll be like, but yeah, man, Ocho. I love Ocho Rios. Have you ever been, Andrew?
No, no, I have not.
Have you ever been to Jamaica?
I have not yet.
My God, you and your wife want to come down? I'm moving back next year. You gotta
Really?
no no need for a hotel. Yeah, Obama's out of control, bro.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
No need for a hotel.
I'd love to come down to Jamaica.
10K a month in Jamaica, that's wealthy beyond wealthy because it's still a third world country and it's poor. So yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna be hitting 10K a month here soon, and next year I plan on moving back when I'm at like 20K, 30K range. Yeah, you guys can come down, bring the sun and everything, jump off the cliffs. I hope you're not scared of heights, bro.
No, no, no. Marie is though.
Oh, you gotta push her off then. That's something to do with my girlfriend. Just throw her off a 90-foot cliff. Yeah, like, it's funny stuff. I'm not crazy, guys. I'm just playing. Ocho Rios is beautiful. Congrats to the bride. Is your sister? So I'm not even, now. I don't want to talk about business with this guy's a business
Yeah.
professional. I want to make it more personal now. Is your sister younger or older than you? I want to know a little bit more about his family.
Yeah. And that's kind of interesting because, really in terms of business, that question seems totally irrelevant, but it's
Yep.
still a question, and it kind of puts it's like tennis. Now the ball's in his court, he's got to hit it back, or he's gonna like lose the point. But I also like what you mentioned, because you said confusing as heck, which I agree with. And then you said you're focused on product creation and building your downlines duplication process. And I think that's the magic phrase there, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously what is he concerned about? He's in USAN, he's been there for 4 years.
Yep.
Obviously duplication is a factor. Any company's going to have attrition, and
Yep.
you already know that MLSP's attrition is very high. So again, you're just kind of, it's like, what's it called, like in psychology, it's like an embedded
Look how fast he responded. I know you were gonna like. I'm sorry to cut you off, but look how fast he responded. That just hit this like that just hit points in his subconscious where it's just like it just made him just go, oh man, let's chat because you pointed it out. MLSP is bad. He's in that company. He's all. I knew you were gonna catch that. That's so funny you caught that. Downlines duplication process. That's key for a guy like this. That's key. He's probably gonna be like, so what you got going? What
Yeah.
is it?
Because someone that actually, he's got a good sharp profile. He I'm sure he makes sales in whatever he's doing. I don't know how many, but being in a company for 4 years, that shows like loyalty. That shows someone that would be the right kind of person that you want to attract, want to recruit.
Definitely, definitely. That's somebody who's committed to building a seven-figure business. 4 years in the company, guys. I want you to think about look at this industry, guys. Jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. I was guilty as when I was failing at Herbalife, and then Chrysalis, and then I was just thing to thing. And then when I stopped doing that, success came. So he's been with a company 4 years. So even if he's not making a lot of money, he's not stopping. And look, he answered it. I'm 36, she's 29. It's his younger sister.
Hmm.
And look, he agrees. I agree about MLSP. It pays for itself for me, so I keep it. But the retention is tough. And me and Andrew hit it on the number. There's so much to absorb. Isn't that what Andrew just said, guys? There is a big webinar this Wednesday night, which they are promoting as the most change and upgrade since they started. I think they know that there has been newer affiliate programs that have come out that are kicking their ass. So he answered my question about his sister, and he just totally agreed with me about everything I just said and everything Andrew just said. This are the people you want in your business. You got anything, Andrew? I'll let you
Yeah. Now at
speak.
this point, would you kind of uh, no, this is what I would do. I don't know if this is what the kingpin
Oh,
of
hit me with it. We
uh,
might be on the same
yeah.
ballpark. Hit me
I,
with it.
I would
I've
basically say something like, um, going back to MLSP, you know, what's the one thing about that most of your people are struggling with?
Oh my God, Andrew knows me. Hey Andrew, let
Is
me
that
host the
it?
webinar. Don't be reading my mind. Why don't you let me host the webinar? Don't be reading my mind. That 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 just shocked me. That just shocked me. This is exactly what I was gonna say. Simon, a younger sister getting married.
See, but what you're doing, Jerry, is you're adding in some
Personal
personal
stuff.
color to that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're always kind of keeping that personal and the business together, and I love how you do that. A lot of the comments and stuff that you've said have been both personal and business because you write a few sentences, and I think that's probably one of the keys. Like you mentioned when you were talking to Jane Jones about how you slipped in the ATM in between two parts where you're just talking about her or her personally her life, right?
Yep, definitely, definitely. Because it's all about painting that picture. I'm painting that picture. I'm the guy you can like. I'm the guy you can trust. And I, I'm so if you're a leader, I'm somebody you can run with, and we can build a seven-figure business. And I will not stop until we have a business. I don't care if you're on top of me or below me. We're in business. Or if you're somebody who's new, I can teach you something and show you something that'll get you some traction, and we can get you that budget to start doing paid marketing because I came from broke. I'm doing paid marketing now. Guys, I should not be paid marketing. I should be at 97% statistic. I'm tapped out, done, and I'm not. And this is it right here.
Well,
Like literally,
12K
I
in
don't care.
Herbalife is a big chunk
Oh my
all at
God.
once.
My sponsor loved me, Andrew, because I was so motivated. You know, like I'm just a motivated individual. I don't care what even the bad things I've done in my life, I've always given my all. I don't It's just instilled in my blood. So I came into Herbalife. Guys, laugh right now. Laugh at me. I came into Herbalife. I had a sponsor who had no results. Telling me, you got to buy these leads, buy that. And I was like, well, how many leads you bought? Oh, I only bought 500. I was like, screw that. I'm buying 5,000. My sponsor loved me. She was like, woohoo, volume.
Yeah.
I pushed my sponsor up to supervisor level. She's like, what level? What are you coming in at? I'm like, I'm buying a supervisor level. She was like, Jerry, I love you. Me and my sponsor used to call me all the time. And the minute I walked away from Herbalife, she unfriended me on Facebook. She turned on me. And just the other day, she reached out. She was like, Jerry, what the hell you got going on? I see that you're hosting a webinar. I'm not even making 5K. Can I get some help? And I'm like, yeah. And now she's calling me like before, and I'm like, hey, I'm not spending no 12K this time. So it's just funny. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Simon, a younger sister getting married in Jamaica is a blessing, bro. I will be in Jamaica um, February 1st. Sorry, it couldn't be sooner. I would have loved to show you the country deeply, especially my hometown of Kingston. But let me ask you, what do you feel has been the hardest obstacle retaining people with MLSP.
Cool, cool. And another thing that I'm going to point out about what you do, just from what I've observed, what I've noticed, is you assume like you are close friends already. What I mean
Definitely.
by that is you've kind of been like, yeah, like, I'll come up and go fishing, and then I'll invite you down here, and we'll go hunting in Massachusetts. And again, oh,
Massachusetts.
I wish I could have been there. And you never even spoken with this guy on the phone, but you're kind of assuming a very close relationship. And I'm wondering if that's kind of leading back to where you started, where you said, like, we think in pictures, and then all that emotion that you're putting into your words. That's that the key here with I think what you're doing, and the reason you're just totally dominating, is because, and I want people to point to kind of see this, is you're using psychology and you're using emotional words, right?
Yep. Yep. Definitely. You hit it on the nail. Um, like what do you like if I was, I'm not going to put Simon and Andrew in the same case, but as you can see with, Simon, I'm able to get by the wall. That's the first step with somebody. Get through the wall. But once you
Mhm.
do the wall, what are you going to do next? Are you able to do anything? Because I know there's tons of people in my past. I got through the wall in Visalis and I couldn't sign them up for nothing because there was no pictures being painted in their mind. Like, why should I even listen to this clown? Like, who is this guy?
Mhm.
So I put emotional words in there. He's a leader. I know he has a downline. I know, there's tons of possibilities in the industry this massive and awesome. Like, I'm not, I could bring him over from his whole downline if I create that friendship. Like that's why I started with, hey, I'll come up to Canada, you come down here, I'll go hunting, we can do ice fishing, because that's what Hoverson and Ray and Dillard and Murray and all these big guys do with each other. They all go, they're friends. If you guys haven't noticed that, these top 7 or 8 figure marketers, they're close. They call each other on the phone, hey, bro, you want to have a beer? Yeah. Like Dillard and Jonathan Budd hang out all day, sometimes if they, depending on what their schedule is. And I'm sure Andrew has a friend who's very successful that he's in that town. He'll, hey, I'm in your town with my wife and son or something like that. So that's what networking is. And he has a downline. He's a leader. He sees the same problems we see.
Mhm.
We're close. If you're saying, well, Jerry, will you really fly out there and all that? Hell yeah. I get to go to Canada. That's traveling. That's what I joined this industry for. I can bring my laptop with me and ice fish and make money. Do this strategy and ice fish and take a picture with him and have his downline go, hey, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Like, you can expose yourself. I've used this strategy to get a radio interview about my life. I've used this strategy to have authors ask me, would you like to write a book? I've used this strategy to have Andrew, help me. Like, I was SOS'd out, don't tell Andrew that. I don't want him to think, he used it on me. Like, I've used this strategy to recruit leaders who are better than me, who knew more than me. Like, look at Dave. Dave is a Facebook whiz. I recruited him and he came in and out recruited me. Blew my downline up. Why did my downline go from nothing and broke, sleeping on the floor, to Tempur-Pedic mattress and a downline of 314 days? Because I found guys like Dave, taught them this strategy, and they were blown away. Like, wow, okay, I could do this, and they went hard and boom. And look, here we go.
Right.
Here's Simon again. There's too much to absorb in MLSP. These days, he's just agreeing with me. And if you have somebody agreeing with you and they like you,
Hmm.
friendship's going to follow behind that. And you both business, entrepreneur mindset people, business is going to follow behind that. Like I'm trying to really paint. I'm so trying to paint the picture in everybody's mind. If you're on this webinar right now, it's not only about sponsoring people in your business. Yes, that's important. With this, you can do it. Trust me. But JVs, I've been approached for joint ventures from CPOs of companies because of this strategy. And I was just 30 days ago, 3 months behind on rent, going into it. Like I had no family. I was gonna sleep on the streets. Guys, this stuff is powerful, and if you know 97% who are pitching and spamming, you're gonna just dominate them. It's incredible.
Now, let me ask you one question. I'm wondering if, well, first of all, I mean, everyone that's on the webinar, I mean, are you getting value out of this, or are Jerry and I the only ones that are getting some good content out of this? And then the second thing is, so go into the room and post if you're if you're still on the webinar and you're still totally engaged. I'm just learning so much myself. I got a page of notes, um, but let me ask
Holy
you.
crap! I'm teaching my mentor something. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you got to be always learning, and that's what I connected with you. I think on when you first mentioned that you studied psychology, right? Because I think if people are interested in psychology, and then copywriting springs from psychology, but psychology, you're just really interested in people, and you're always interested in learning. And if you look at people in personal development, they're always learning, But yeah, I mean, I'm taking notes, even though
I,
hopefully
I'm
some people are
I'm
taking notes on what I'm saying too. But yeah, I'm definitely taking notes for sure.
Hey, we're both students because I'm taking notes on some of the stuff you say, some of the stuff you point out. I'm like, oh, I wasn't thinking that. I'm adding that to the part two of this one. All I'm saying right now is I could sell Simon something right now. He's in. That's why I've fallen in love with Empower. I have something right now that would, oh, Simon would buy in seconds. But this is a no pitch webinar. You might want to be back for number two. That's all I'm saying. Because Simon, Regina, oh, it's on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now,
Andrew said,
Jerry, how do you push someone off to the next day? Because as you said earlier, it will build. It's kind of like a snowball. If you push them off to the next day or a third day rather than trying to close them in that one day,
yep,
the,
yep,
the relationship's going to be bigger. Can you talk a
yep,
little bit about how you do that?
yes. Would you mind if I implemented on Simon? Because I can, it seems like me and Simon hit it off so good. This conversation can go for 2 hours. But
Sure.
I'll do it right now. So let's wind it down. Michelle, oh my God, I don't want to say your middle name and you be mad at me. Michelle Hogan said, I am so going to burn this. Well, I can tell you this, Michelle. Come back for webinar two, implement this stuff up until webinar two. You'll be sponsoring people and you'll be building a following of people. Like, so Michelle wants some results. She's ready. She's ready. She'll
Yeah,
come join.
Mike Park says awesome webinar. Jay Brown, great tips. He's been slacking the last few months using this, so he's totally into it. He's going to be fired up and using this again. D Davis still on, totally engaged, great information. So yeah. Go. How would you kind of talk about that strategy of how you build a relationship by again it's kind of like almost like a counterintuitive move of ending the conversation and pushing it off for a day.
Yeah, definitely. So, obviously you guys don't want to talk all day. And there's been times, girlfriend's coming, I gotta go pick her up. Life. We all have life. Kids, I know there's mothers, fathers. So what happens when you're like, man, I'm in the middle of something. This is hot. Me and Simon are connected. I don't want to ruin this steam. It's awesome. You can just, hey Simon, and I'll explain this right after, guys. Hey Simon, this was a powerful convo, brother. So, Andrew's gonna like that. That's an emotional word right there. Brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's a family word. That's subconscious. That it's the oh man, guys, subconscious. They're gonna pick up on that. Consciously, it might not do nothing because they might not respond to it, but subconsciously, it's like their heart triggers that love. Love is the most powerful emotion. If you read Think and Grow Rich, to manifest or do anything in the world. Like, Abraham Lincoln was one of the most famous presidents because it wasn't for his wife. He had a love for a woman that he wanted to impress. And look what he did. He wrote the Proxy. He changed the nation. And after learning that and studying that, I was just like, man, I dove into psychology books and I found words that I know will hit the subconscious mind. So, this was a powerful, no slang. I know my girlfriend's saying no convo, full words. She's still picking on me, Andrew. She loves your wife's blog. Can you ask
Co-
Rita, like, tell her to leave me alone?
Combo is a word.
I know. She's just so smart. I can't take these
Look,
chemistry grad.
if LOL is a word, and what was that other one? SHM,
SMH.
SMH. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know. I forgot what that is. I didn't
Uh,
take notes on that. So
Tell me, what's SMH again? Andrew forgot. Oh,
smack in
yeah.
my head or something.
Shaking my head.
Okay. All right.
I thought it was shake money happy or something. I was dumb. Conversational, brother. But I do want to definitely follow, continue this tomorrow or later on this week. So, again, congrats to your sister. Tell her I said Jamaican me crazy, man. Sure. Yeah. Throw a wink at him because he's going to be like, huh? You want him to smile now because you're breaking it off. But gonna go ahead and spend time with my woman. Oh, snap. I'm sorry. I slipped. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes,
I
Andrew.
saw it. I saw it. We recorded
Uh-oh.
that one. She can play it back. You just
Oh,
gotta
God. You sold
admit
me out to her now. Even Andrew turned on me. Man.
it.
With my woman tonight.
I think that
But
was your first spelling mistake on this webinar, so it
yeah, right. It
must have
had
been
to
on
be that
purpose.
one.
Yeah.
She was. The funny thing is, she was in the next room, and it like the brain waves just felt it. She was like, "I gotta go see what he wrote," and I was just like, "Oh God, tonight." But we shall chat later. Amen. Oh, and then I'll put also, amen. If you ever have anything good, post on my wall. I love having like-minded peers conversing. There we go. Have a great night. And then we go right back to what he said. We shall be ice fishing soon. Thumbs up. Bang.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't even know how to do thumbs up. So there you go.
Oh, I just learned that. I just learned that. I just learned that. I'm not going to stop doing it. I just learned that. Oh, and I wanted to point out Jane, who was calling me spam artist and all that, scammer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, do I need to have money down? She's pretty much asking to join, but this is a no pitch webinar. This is value. So
Yeah.
I did not respond to that question. I'm gonna leave that to another day. When you have people asking a question, don't respond to it. That's how you move to the next day. You can just reach back out the next day and go, oh, hey, something came up. Uh, don't think I was ignoring you, but I saw that you asked me this question. Is that still on your mind? And they'll just pick up on it like, oh yeah, it was. So what do I need to join you right now? So, and Simon's about to say good night. Talk to you later, bro.
Yeah, we're and I just opened up the chat box. We have a lot of people in here that are just, totally loving the content. Awesome. Definitely be back for number two. Can't believe we're still going. Totally in disbelief. I've been
Look at
wanting
that.
to do this.
Great chat.
Incredible, incredible content. So, yeah, you were saying,
Great
Jerry?
chatting, and we'll look forward to next time. Cheers.
Cool. Well, let's pull it off there because we're almost running on 3 hours for this webinar. But I know people have gotten tons of content out of it. As I said, I've got myself a page full of notes, and I'm just looking forward to webinar number two when we can hear some more of these conversations because this is something that like you got right on there like Michelle and Dave Williamson or what was his name, Dave Williams. Uh, it's working for people
Oh
and
yeah.
getting results.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you for coming out here and sharing this information. And we'll see everybody on webinar number two.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Andrew, can I have the gloves to go? Can I please have the gloves off next webinar, please? Give these people what they really want. We got the
Yeah,
value out. Can we just get
yeah, we're
crazy
gonna
results?
Yeah, we're gonna get into some of those secret scripts. We're gonna get into how you've been training your downline to do this. I mean, 300 people in a downline in how long did you say?
2 weeks, man.
2 weeks. I
Yeah.
mean,
God, I wish I was in Visalis with those results. Ambassador.
yeah, and yeah, and also following up with leads. I think I'm super stoked for webinar number two. I think we set the stage enough, and and then also closing. We're going to be talking about how you close people, how you get them on the phone. What you say when you get them on the phone, and how you make that transition. And it's going to be pretty powerful. So Jerry, awesome content. I love what I've learned from you, and I appreciate you getting out here and sharing that with us.
No problem, Andrew. Thank you for giving me the stage, and so happy I met you. Happy met you at the time I was going through that. It couldn't have been better. Who would have thought? A couple months later, we'd be right here on a webinar.
It's perfect. Well, thanks a lot, Jerry. Appreciate it. We'll see you on everybody on Wednesday. It's going to be the same. If you've already registered for the webinar, you don't need to register again. We'll see you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everybody.